This is Richard Stung1984 coming back at you with some CRT footage. Got all three Midway arcade treasures coming up. Starting off with 2 because 2's the best. We want to start. This game is interesting. It had an actual, like, the spaceship on here is just computer simulated, but it had an actual spaceship in the arcade cabinet, like a toy spaceship, that spinning spaceship thing. I saw it one time at a indoor soccer arena that I used to play at the first year I did indoor soccer, and then we switched to a new indoor soccer arena. This one was in Temple Terrace. Then we had our own indoor soccer arena built uh, in Brandon. Looks like it's a twin stick shooter, but it was a sight to behold to see that spinning toy spaceship. The only time I've seen it in my whole life. But I'll never forget it because you don't forget shit like that. I don't know what that just did, if that was good or bad. It's a pretty simple game, but just imagine that spaceship being like a real plastic spaceship. Game over. Yeah, this came out on GameCube and Xbox too. I remember when it came out. It was very exciting to see all these games all in one place because there's some rarities in here and some awesome ones. Let's play a little Narc. If you never heard of Narc, it's a game where you play as a narc and you kill drug dealers and drug users, and it's basically say no to drugs in a game. This is Crack Pipe. Bad guys here at first in the first level of Narc. See, they blow up into smithereens. Very loud game. This game was featured in Ninja Turtles. It was in Shredder's Hangout. Kind of like to model my house after Shredder's Hangout and the Ninja Turtles. I got a cat named Shredder, so. You get more points from arresting him, but it's a lot easier to blow him into a million pieces. I didn't realize this weapon is automatic. I can just hold the button. Even in the NES version, which is censored, there's no blood um, on the cartridge. There's no blood stains. I just wanted to show you that red Corvette. Let's move on to a different game. You can, in the NES version, you can blow people up and they turn into body parts, which it's cool they left that in NES. Pit Fighter. I'm going to skip Pit Fighter. We all know what Pit Fighter is. Wizard of War, that's a cool game. I don't know, there's a lot of games on here. Let's see if I can do Baraka's Lift Fatality. Just did it on my Sega 32X. Be interesting to see if I can do it on here. This was the most arcade perfect port of Mortal Kombat 2 for its time, for sure. Still looks great to this day. Nice big sprites. The blood's good. I remember seeing that move first in the arcade, and I just fell in love with it from the very beginning. Nope, couldn't do it. Works better on 32X. All right, let's go into Midway Arcade Treasures 3. I haven't played this one a whole lot. I remember it has like some racing games on it, like Hydro Thunder and stuff. Let's take a look. Shredder. My cat has his foot on my disk drive. He likes this. Every time I play video games, he gets very excited or very jealous or something. And chaos ensues. All right. Midway Arcade Treasures 3. Remember that? That little PlayStation? Does it remind you of smoking swag? Drinking cheap vodka? Red Dog beer? Oh, Stun Runner. Fuck yeah. I think this is like all mostly racing games. They had Stun Runner at Chuck E. Cheese's. It's the first polygonal game I can remember. Yeah, you know how was a racing sound. Midway Arcade Treasures 3 is a racing. Uh-oh, it's blinking like the 32X. It's not good. Got 32X blink. Better get the Stun Runner quick. Long loading time. Powerful polygons, so. $1989. Wait till you see these polygons for 1989. This is 89 right here. I had a chance to buy a Stun Runner arcade, but I just don't have the room. I didn't have the room for it. It's good in theory, but would have been cool to have. But I have a little tiny 800 and something square foot house, almost 900. So everything I have is miniature, little stuff. I'm a little man, 5'9". I got a little house with two little arcades, little TVs. It's all. I'm just a little guy. This is absolutely mind blowing for 1989, if you ask me. 1989 was not showing shit like this. You know what I'm saying? This is way ahead of its time. Uh-oh, the armored drone is indestructible. Uh-oh, I'm falling apart here. I'm so glad to know I have a copy of Stun Runner. You know, I have so many video games. I don't know what I have. I compulsively collect them out of time. Let's see if there's anything else worth playing on here. I had to buy a memory card off Amazon. It was pretty cheap. It's taking so long though. Get ready for blinking. Warning, strobe effects approaching. Oh, looks like it's not having strobe effects. Rush 2049, Off-Road Thunder, Rush Rock. It's a lot of San Francisco Rush. Race driving, super off-road. What's extra content? I think I'm gonna have to go with super off-road because this is very ubiquitous for its time. It had three steering wheels and it was in just about every bowling alley and skating rink that you could think of. So I'll never forget that face. It's like a cigarette machine. Oops. Oh, we got blinking. We got blinking. Didn't let me put my whole birthday in there. Which one am I? I think I'm the red one. Basically RC Pro-Am. We're generous with the nitros in this game. Damn, I'm pretty good at this. Oh, I spoke too soon. I think Midway, hands down, has to be my favorite American video game company. So many classics. And they made Mortal Kombat, so. Yeah, I won. Can't believe it. Can't believe I just fucking won. I didn't know I was so good at this. I mean, I don't think I ever even played it as a kid. um, we got blinking. You never know when that blinking's gonna come in. Gotta watch out for the blinking. I don't think the viewers like blinking. It's not good for your viewing pleasure. Oh, that motherfucker took my nitro. Okay, so what they do is the first level makes you think you're good. Then the second level, you realize you suck. That's what a lot of arcades like to do. Bait and switch. I'm probably going to go back to this like some other time because I like games that I'm good at, but that's enough of that. We're going to Midway Arcade Treasures 1. I remember this having a pretty awesome intro, so let's check that out before we start. Hopefully there's no blinking. This has a lot of things that are on my Mortal Kombat home arcade. Oh, it's making some sounds. It's making noise. Sounds like a Dreamcast. Oh, we have blinking. We have blinking. Blinking is not good. $720. Blaster. Blaster's like a early 3D game, I remember. Bubbles. Um, Defender. Defender 2. Stargate. We got blinking going on. Yeah, this has a lot of the stuff that's on my arcade. Let's play Robotron. Twin stick shooter, but created by Eugene Jarvis. I have to say, Eugene Jarvis is really who put Williams on the map. I mean, he's almost synonymous with early Williams. I have this game on the 7800. Plays pretty good. Nothing plays quite as good as these twin sticks. You gotta have twin sticks to play this game. Love the sounds in this game. Oops. This game is just pure pandemonium. That's what I love about it. Oh, dead too soon. Real quick. Died real quick in that. Let's see what else we got here. A lot of saving memory on memory cards. Lots of that going on. That's PS2 for you. What we got here? Sinistar, Smash TV, Vindicator, Tubin. Yeah, my home arcade is pretty much a combination of Williams Arcade Treasures Part 1 and 2, or Midway. Midway and Williams is the same thing. If you're confused, if I just was talking about how my favorite arcade company was Williams, I meant Midway. I don't know exactly what is the difference between Midway and Williams. Maybe one's the pinball division, but they're the same company. Now both owned by Warner Brothers, which is a shame. I think they made a really expensive like Grand Theft Auto clone that never came out, spent all their money on it. No, filed for bankruptcy, if I can remember correctly. I remember seeing this game at Chuck E. Cheese and being shocked by the blood and gore. The cleavage I was used to. That was even an X-Men cartoon, but just seeing blood in games. Like an elementary school student. It was just a new thing that came out, you know? It was not prevalent in society. Eventually went to Congress. With Night Trap, Mortal Kombat, Lethal Enforcers being the most demonized games of the time. All of which are excellent games. Maybe with the exception of Night Trap, but Night Trap, to give it some credit, it has its charm. There's a version of this game on PS3 with not quite as many games. That was the one with the cool intro that I remembered. PS2 has some great compilations. There's a great Metal Slug compilation. I should pick that up. I have it on PS5, but you know how Us weirdos like to play it on the real system, which I guess would be a Neo Geo, but they're all censored on the Neo Geo home system. So I'd have to play it on Neo Geo MVS Arcade to get the real feel for it. The only person I know with one of those, if he still has it, is a man named Randy Leitner from Brandon, Florida. Father of my 7th grade girlfriend, Tasha Leitner. He had his own little home arcade thing going on. He had a fountain Coke machine. And I remember he had that MVS, and he had a couple other arcade cabinets. I just don't remember what they were. But, you know, when you were a kid, you didn't know anybody with a Neo Geo. But that was the closest thing there was to me knowing someone who had a Neo Geo. It was my 7th grade girlfriend, Tasha Leitner. She did not have a Neo Geo AES. Her dad had a Neo Geo MVS, Multi Video System Arcade. I don't even remember what arcade games were in it. But you don't forget seeing a Neo Geo at somebody's house. Back in those days, you got made fun of by your girlfriend's dad for wearing Jinkos. I don't think Randy made fun of me for wearing Jinkos, though. I think it was one of his friends made fun of my Jinkos. But shit, man. If I was an adult in the 90s and I saw Jinkos, I'd make fun of them too. And it's weird because Jinkos seem to be making a comeback. At least I'm targeted by the Jinko advertising agency on Facebook. I see advertisements for Jinkos all the time. But I had several pair. I even had the Jinko skunks. Never went as far as getting the Jinko kangaroos. But I almost, I was on the border. My poor parents having to buy me Jinkos for Christmas. I was trying to get to Mutoid Man. Then I'll be done. This game's addicting. Tank Trouble. Where the fuck is Mutoid Man? It's like a mini Mutoid Man. No, fuck this. I don't want to bore people. I don't need to get to Mutoid Man. That's only for my own personal gratification. We have blinking. We have blinking. Let's play some Stargate. I was playing Defender 1 on my arcade earlier tonight. I do like this Defender better because the sound, it has cooler sounds. Oh, this has much better controls than my arcade does too. You have to like they try to make it arcade style in my arcade where you have a button to turn around and a button to thrust and stuff. But this is just letting me use a control stick to do everything. Yeah, this is better than Defender 1. And it deserves its own name. It's not Defender 2, it's Stargate. I'll turn up the volume a little bit. Love the ambiance of this game. It's like ASMR. Yeah, I mean, I'm a full-on video game addict now. It isn't just a simple hobby. I used to just like watching videos of other people playing video games, but now that I quit smoking cigarettes, I don't know what happened. I replaced one addiction with the other. I dusted off all my old games, and I just have been non-stop ever since. Don't get me wrong, I still watch videos of people playing video games all the time, but when I'm not doing that, I'm playing video games. Let's do one more game. I think I'll play 720. Please excuse the blinking. Hopefully this video um, is pleasurable to watch. This is just experimentations with the tripod. I'm not familiar with the tripod. I never really worked with a tripod before. Um, my live stream I did today of the NES was from the side view. Um, and I'm trying underneath view right now. Pretty soon I will be chased by bumblebees if I don't make it to this ramp in time. Said the ramp was this way. They had this at the Brandon Indoor Soccer. Yeah, there come the bumblebees. I just did a 720. I failed to qualify. Well, fuck you. You're no Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, okay? You are no Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. But I guess this was the beginnings of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Tony Hawk did have a cop of his own arcade of this game. I've seen it in a video of him playing it at his house. Oh. Oh. Sorry. Got ran over by a Cybertruck. Oh, here come the bumblebees. I got hit by a skeleton. All right, I'm dead like Thomas J from Bumblebees. All right, I want to. I want to play one more game. I gotta play one more game. blaster. I want to show, since I already showed the early polygons of Stunt Runner, Stun Runner at the beginning. I'll show you these early polygons. It's another Eugene Jarvis masterpiece. Well, not a full masterpiece, I would say, but definitely ahead of its time. We're talking early 80s here. It's like Star Fox in the early 80s. And Eugene Jarvis is still, you know, groundbreaking to this day with his, I believe his new company's called Raw Thrills. They make pretty much all the arcades in Dave and Buster's. They're like the only arcade company around anymore, really, and they're doing very well. Save the astronaut. Okay, this game's definitely for people who are smoking weed, I think. I haven't smoked weed in a while. I think I smoked enough weed in my life that I really don't have to smoke weed anymore. I'm always in that weed state of mind, so. But just imagine you're in the early 80s. You just smoked a bowl out of a Coke can, some swag with seeds in it. You're flying through outer space and you see the word vampires. Like, what the fuck is. That's why the arcade is truly a cave of wonders. It's truly a sight to behold. And I try to replicate that feeling. That's kind of the motif of my entire house. Low ceilings, um, pizza, weird sounds, sticky surfaces. I didn't mean to be dirty by saying that. I meant like spilt soda and candy and stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm getting pretty far in this game. Game over. Famous last words. Hope you enjoyed the little this little demonstration once again. This is Richard Sung 1984 saying, "Keep on gaming."